Greetings and welcome to my channel. I'm Catherine and this is the Silver Spiral Tarot channel. We're going to do a pick one reading for today. We're going to use an oracle card, and that will be the base card that you'll choose. And then for each oracle card, we'll do a 3-card draw from the tarot. And at the end of each reading, I will draw an animal card to be with you until the next time you visit. The intention for this reading is for you to be able to come back at any time, or if you find this channel later, come in. The time will always be now for you when it's right at any time. So let's get started. What we will be using today is the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle. The month I'm recording this in is May, and I always get kind of Avalon, Camelot kind of feelings for Beltane. The Shadowscapes Tarot, I had not planned to use this one, but when I was doing my meditation earlier, the images that came to me came from the Shadowscapes, and so I thought I would use that, and then the Druid Animal Oracle. So let's get started. I'm going to start by drawing 4 cards and laying them face down and letting you choose one. Or you know what? Sometimes you might need to choose 2. And that's fine. Sometimes you might want to just look at all 4 as you try to formulate your question. Okay. Right, 4 cards. Which one is right for you? 4 cards. Okay, and I'm going to put a crystal on each one to make it easier. Okay, so the first card is going to have will be Labradorite. The second one is Selenite. The third one is Malachite, and the fourth one is Rose Quartz. Now then, we're going to take a moment, think about your question, and choose your card. All right. I'll do a reveal of all 4, and then we'll start. If you chose Labradorite, the card you chose is communication. If you chose Selenite, the card you chose is the Stag. If you chose Malachite, the card is the Bard. And if you chose Rose Quartz, the card is the Eagle. All right. I'm going to move these back, keeping the crystals on them so you can see, so I won't get confused. Labradorite, the card is communication. Let's see. This is a sacred journey marker. I know these cards are a bit shiny. I'm going to refer to the guidebook for these. So this is a marker. Are you clear and straightforward when you communicate with others? Do you have difficulty asking for what you need? This marker reminds you of many things related to how you speak to the world and how it speaks to you. It asks you to be clear and to seek clarity in all communications between yourself and others in your life. Do you need to write a letter to someone? Call someone? Reconnect? Maybe you need to clarify something that has been cloudy between you and another person. Now will be the time to do so. So communication is not just between human beings. Your spirit guides, your angels, and other helpers on your path are always trying to get your attention. Ask and you will know. Look and you will see. Listen and you will hear. Sense and you will feel. Communication is not just talking at something or someone. Sacred wisdom is gained by developing receptivity and learning to listen. So let's see and draw a few cards. On communication. You might think of where Mercury is in your astrology chart if you do astrology. As I sit here, I'm trying to think whether or not Mercury is in retrograde right now. Okay. 3 cards. Communication. All right. The first card we drew is the 3 of Cups. And I wish these cards, how do I say this? I wish they hadn't spoken to me so loudly during my meditation because they're not always the best thing to see. But it's a beautiful card. And we've got 3 people joining together, talking to each other, and having a good time. But that is followed by the Four of Cups. It's interesting. The Four of Cups is often, well, in this image, in this Four of Cups, we have a mermaid who is looking down into a pool. And what is she looking for? Wonder, is she bored? And is this a cup up here? Is she missing something in her relationship over here with these three? What's going on there? Perhaps you're not in this. Perhaps you are feeling left out. Or, on the other hand, maybe there's something in this group that is not fulfilling a need for you, and you need to look outside of this group for another thing. And what might that be? Remember, your guidance card up here is communication. What's going on with the communication between here and here? Let's see what your final card is. Your final card is the Four of Pentacles. So let's see what's going on in the Four of Pentacles. There's a dragon right here, maybe sitting on its hoard. Got two pentacles showing there. There's some hiding in here. Notice that we have two fours in here. Now, fours are also an indication of stability, a solid foundation. Cups are emotional, hence the water. The pentacles are earth, and your earth deals with, it could be your job, it could be your family, it could be your surroundings. But these are emotional here. Grounding, emotional, emotional. I drew one more card for this. We come up with the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is giving me somehow, did we stop? There we go. I apologize. My camera needed to catch up. We have the Eight of Wands. So we have 4 and 4 is 8. And now we have passion. And look at these things flying up here. I feel like whatever is going on is going to come to a head pretty soon. So I would go back and check, see what's going on inside this circle. See what's going on and find out how it's affecting you. Is there an opportunity you're missing? And does that opportunity, will it affect your general well-being with this 4? And are you clinging to something? But again, we have this 8. All right. Think about who you need to communicate with. Think about who's communicating with you. Let's come up with an animal card for you. This animal guide will be with you and be available for you. Be somebody for you to speak with. Somebody to help you as you think about who it is you need to reach out to. You know, it occurs to me that this might be somebody that you haven't seen for a while. This might not be you. This might be somebody you haven't spoken with in a while, who's missing from your group and who lends stability for your group. And I think it might be important for you to get in touch with them pretty quickly. Reach out to this person. Reach out to them. All right. And your animal card. You know, sometimes it takes a while to get where you're going with a reading. All right, an animal spirit for the people who chose communication. Okay. we have the wolf. It's a wonderful card. The wolf is a pack animal. Let's see. So the wolf in this deck is intuition, learning, and sometimes the shadow. This brings a strong sense of faithfulness, inner strength, and intuition. The wolf brings learning too. Sometimes you need to cross barriers, take risks, to go beyond the limited compass of normal behavior in order to learn and grow. Come to know your deepest self, and even in the darkest places, you will find courage and spiritual companionship. But think about the wolf this week during your communication and as you reach out to this person. All right. The next card is the stag. I love this card. This is a leadership card and a pride card. Look at how beautiful this stag is. Look at him call. He's calling out. When the stag appears on your path, he tells you to take pride in all that you do. Be the leader and hold your head high, and others will follow by your example. Ask yourself these questions. Am I following my highest path? Am I acting in integrity and doing the best I can? Or am I being held back with pride that cuts me off from life through arrogance, or its reverse, low self-esteem? This stag is asking you to be a leader, to be proactive with the highest intentions, and to always ask, what is the highest good for all? Rejoice, for the stag always leads you to a higher place with a sure and steady footing. So, what's happening for you right now? Think about that. There are all different kinds of leaders. When we think of the stag, we think of, the one that is sitting up there in the big office sometimes. The one that has president or chairperson or something like that connected with their name. But there are many, many, many kinds of leaders. Are you being asked to lead something? All right, let's do 3 cards for the people who drew the stag. 3 cards for the people who chose the stag. Again, we have the 4 of Pentacles. And believe me, I have been shuffling. The 4 of Pentacles. What's going on? The 4 of Pentacles can be stability, but the 4 of Pentacles can also mean hanging on to something. Hanging on to something as if that's the only thing that matters. So, we'll see what the other cards show. But think about this. How are you? Where are you right now? Are you hanging on for dear life? Either for no change, let's call it no change. Are you afraid of change? Or are you in a situation, I'm not going to say anything else until we see the other cards. What is it you're guarding here? Oh. This is the 6 of Pentacles. Beautiful card. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles is about, we often see people giving, sharing, receiving, this 6. See, he's up here. He's playing his flute up here. I'm calling it a flute. It's an instrument. And as he plays, all this money comes down, or all these pentacles flow down, and look at what is happening. There is something growing here. So out of this stream, what is growing down here? It's lovely, isn't it? The final card that we have here is the King of Swords. Interesting. Very interesting. The King of Swords is a mature leader. He's calm, but he's mental. He's thinking. He looks at problems. He says, what is the answer? What is the best way to go here? Interesting, we've got this stag and the King of Swords. Here's this king here with his pointy things. King here with his pointy things. So in a way, it looks to me that if we challenge the status quo right here and open up to here, things are going to grow. And it might even result in a leadership. Situation, or prove whatever you're doing here and here. Bring this King of Wands mindset in. Bring it in. And use his mind to make that decision. So, interesting. I hope this means something to you. I hope it provides a bit of clarity. If you think on these, we've got the progression from the 4 to the 6. The 6 is a beautiful, beautiful number. And from there to this King of Swords with the clarity and stability, maturity of thought. We're going to draw, yeah, I like that clarity. Let's see, an animal spirit for you this week or during this time. Animal card for the people who drew the stag. Animal card for the people who chose the stag. Here we go. Oh my. Wow, fire dragon. Little dragon energy coming in here. It's beautiful red fire. This is really. Let me go back. Let me go back right here to this card that really kept bringing my focus as I watched this guy play and see what he's growing. And this is a transmutation that's happening right here. This is a transmutation from hoarding to opening. And maybe this is the fear. Maybe this is the fear. And this is what you need this week. or during this time. This is mastery. This is mastery. Although this is air and this is fire, that might need that passion. The passion to move this grounded earth to come here. Wow. Let's see what else we can learn about this beautiful, beautiful fire dragon. This is vitality, enthusiasm, and courage, and an increased ability to overcome obstacles and to find the energy you need. Energy to cope with life's problems. Having the powerful fire dragon as an ally will align you with the qualities of leadership and mastery. With care, he will fuel your inner fire, which can be directed and channeled with laser-like precision to help you accomplish tasks and to achieve objectives. I hope that is going to help you with your situation. I think it's interesting that these three cards form this triad. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So, stack. Are we ready for Malachite and the Bard? All right. The Bard. Music, poetry, myth, history, the enchantment of storytelling. Let's see. So excited, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Well, as we just said, music, storytelling, and the passing of truth, myths, and legends from generation to generation through the spoken word or song. As this is the wisdom of Avalon, it says, in ancient Avalon, the traditions and stories of the people were gathered on leaves that served as letters in a living alphabet and were tended in vast, long houses. Here the druids and priestesses came to read and weave the stories of magic and the relationship, the sacred relationship, to the god and goddess of mastery. When the bard appears, he asks you to retrieve the stories woven in the past. As we turned over this card and I started thinking, these ancestors came to mind. Perhaps you need to learn something about the history of someone or something important to your inquiry. The seeds of the future are always hidden in the soil of the past. It's time to dig a little and find the clarity you need. Don't be afraid to learn the patterns of history. The only way to honor them or change them is to know them. Perhaps it's time to listen to music and allow yourself to be carried into the land of memory and listen for its messages as the strings of your soul are strummed by the hand of the divine. Remember that the bard appears to help you stay in tune with the all that is. You are music, and your story is sung in the heavens. That was lovely. let's think about this for a minute. Think about what's going on. Look at this bard. He's got obviously his lute right here. He's happy. He's sitting out underneath a tree, and here's his bag. In a way, he's got, who is this stuck in his bag? What is this? There's a king, and here's a knight. Let me look again. Oh, that might be music. That might be notes all stuck in. These are all stories stuck in here. So here's his bag. Here's his staff. It reminds me of the Fool card. And you know, the tarot is the story, the major arcana, the first 22 cards are story. And as we go through the major arcana from the Fool to the World, we're learning stories and we're using the stories that we've learned. Bards were highly, as you know, I'm sure, highly regarded, because one of the things they did do was keep the histories, and they transmitted those histories in song. And many bards had to learn, in some schools they had to learn these extensive histories before they went out on the road. Let's see what this means for you. Kind of keep you in the frame here. Okay. The bard. Give these a good shuffle. As I said, I'm recording this in May. You know, Beltane was about a week ago. And let's see. I feel like my screen has frozen again. If you'll just give it a moment. I'm so sorry. This hasn't happened to me before. So just hang in there for a second. And we'll see if it catches up with us. Because I am still recording. Okay, I might have to stop this recording for a moment and see if we can catch up. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Okay. Here is the Seven of Cups. When we start talking about stories and histories and research, and we come up with the Seven of Cups. we have a couple here, two people standing down here. There's cups all around here. And the woman is looking and pointing to this story up in the sky. Look, it's not connected. It's not connected here. You can see the roots. But there's something up here that she's reaching toward. What is she reaching toward? What are you reaching toward? And yet here are these cups down here. What is it that you're reaching toward? Is this a dream? Is it rooted in any kind of reality? We are talking about cups here. Are you able to tell if this is within your grasp? Is this a decision you have to make and you're having problems figuring out what your options are? And again, we have the Four of Cups. And again, what are we looking at down here? Our head is down here. What is down here? What is up here? Excuse me. Excuse me. And there's a little bit of boredom. Again, she's just staring down into the water. I'm sorry. I apologize. Now I'm choking on my water. And I don't know how to stop my video long enough to stop coughing. So give me a sec. So we have somebody here who's kind of bored, is looking down. Is she seeing her options? Is there some option that's being offered to her? And of course, this is gender neutral. I'm saying her because this is a woman in the card. But there is something that she's not seeing. So here in this one, we're reaching out for an illusion or a reality, for a dream. And here we're missing it. We're missing an opportunity. What kind of opportunity is it that you might be missing? All right, let's get one more card. Okay. All right. This is the Wheel of Fortune. And now we have this is our first major arcana card that we've drawn tonight. There's a change that's coming. There's a change that's coming. I'm going to take you back to this Bard card. You're looking here. You've got some choices to make. You've got some things to choose from, and you're not sure what choice would be the right choice. If you look at these choices, you might still be missing one. What is down here in the water? What is being offered up here? Which one of these is real? She's looking down here and is missing what's up here. She's looking at something over here that is way out of your grasp. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't dream. But the question is, does your dream have any, is your dream an illusion or is it a reality? But there is a change here. The wheel is turning. So while you're struggling to make a change here, this is a change, there's an opportunity. Don't miss that opportunity by looking down here. So we need a little bit of clarity here. Do some research. We've got the internet. You've got resources. You know, people are resources too. Think back. You know, what is prompting this change? What is the history behind you? Think about these things. But a change is coming. An opportunity is presenting itself to you. Do your research now. Let's get an animal card to be with you while you're going through this. Okay. Animal card for the people who chose the bard. The storytelling, the wisdom, the tradition, and the future. Okay. Oh, how beautiful. How beautiful. We have the crane. These cards are gorgeous, aren't they? These are Will Worthington's creations. And they're just so beautiful. Look at this. Look at this full moon up here. Ooh. Look at this full moon. And it makes me think about intentions. And yeah. Think about your intentions. This is secret knowledge, patience, longevity. So this, whatever this is that you're making here, it's going to be a big change. So the crane brings the qualities of patience and perseverance. So don't get caught up in the boredom down here. And don't keep reaching out here. Do this research. Listen to the stories so that you can meet this change. The crane will stand for hours peering into the water until the time is right for it to dart at its prey. Combined with the ability to be patient, the crane conveys the capacity to be focused and to concentrate without distraction. Okay. It brings an ability to guide others into the underworld, to help them with their transition or with their journeying into inner realms, which is what I think we're doing, as well as conveying an ability to work in the underworld. The crane symbolizes arcane science or secret knowledge, which in the Druid tradition is represented by the Ogham script, the tree language of Druidry, and this is what we talked about up here in the Bard. In its widest sense, learning this language involves learning to read the book of nature. So, I refer you back again to this Bard. This is your guidance. This is what will help you through. Don't jump at something that is an illusion. And don't sit back and just dream and not pay attention to your options. Take advantage of this time of the wheel and be patient like the crane. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. There's the Bard. And last we have the eagle with the rose quartz. And when I first started to when I first sat down to do this reading, I, of course, can never get it off the first time. And the first card I drew, I had immediately turned upwards. And I said, wait a minute, this is not what the plan is, Catherine. Remember the plan. And the first card I drew was the eagle. So this card was meant to come out. All right. Spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realms. And here we have nice rose quartz over that. All right. 9. So this is an ancestral guide. When the eagle appears, it is a true signal of your connection to the angelic realm. So think about your question. It's interesting. With the angel's help and guidance, you can soar above life to see the larger vista. The eagle helps you make your choices accordingly with integrity. When you pray to your angels, they will always answer, for they are patient. They patiently wait for you to call upon them for assistance. The angels reside beside you, always hoping to help humankind in finding peace and manifesting abundance and prosperity. The eagle also asks you to remember to soar high above life and look at the big picture. Don't get caught up in the tiny, unimportant aspects of life. The spiritual world is the real one. Your physical life is the dream. When the eagle appears, it is also a signal for prayer. It's time for a moment of consciousness, of conscious contact with the divine. Remember, you're always protected and divinely directed if you follow the guidance of spirit, as it appears in the form of the eagle. So, the eagle, the magnificent birds. So, thinking about angels. For many years, I was hesitant to call upon angels for a variety of reasons. But lately, it seems to me that angels are good things. So, if you're not interested in angels, because you don't have to, we don't have to take everything this says, but It might mean that there are nature spirits that you need to think about. It might be your ancestors even. Whatever you feel is wisdom, and whatever that looks like for you, that's what you're going to be calling on. Okay. All right. Let's get 3 cards right here. Did you hear me shuffling these cards? Once again, I've got the 4 of Cups. What's going on? The 4 of Cups is what? Now, there are a lot of meanings for each one of these cards. They're not always necessarily the same thing. So again, are we talking about boredom? Maybe we're talking about complacence. Maybe we're talking about an opportunity that we might be missing. What's going on? Rarely do I do readings when so many of the same cards are coming out. We have again the King of Swords. So this is mental clarity. It is on the other end of the spectrum from what's going on here. This person is sitting here in clarity and maturity. He's not letting things pass by. He sees everything. He thinks about everything. What's going on there? Okay. And another king. This is the King of Pentacles. So we've got air and earth and water. So if your question is about what's going on around you, if it's about money, if it's about health, any of these physical things, your outcome card here is the King of Pentacles. This is somebody who's taking care of all of the issues that are going on within his area. This is somebody who pays his bills, somebody who knows there's a roof over his head, somebody whose people are clothed. This is the person up here with the business mind. This is in such sharp contrast. We're looking down here, it's emotional, it's not focused. I mean, she's focused on the water, but it's not a focus. And in order for you to get an answer to this question, you need to get some clarity. Sit down and think about what's going on. Don't just let things happen. Very interesting. But bring your mind to bear. This is a nice place to be, but this person's missing an opportunity. This person's not missing anything. Who is this person in relation to you? Or are you this person? And what is the goal? What is the goal? 2 king cards here. I could also point out that this is all thought. These two are also kind of at different ends of the spectrum. You know, this is head up in the clouds. This is firmly rooted. All thought, very physical. But either way, they're not drifting and missing out. These have been some very interesting cards today. I think about thinking about wings and wings. But this is rooted. This person is so rooted. So let's get an animal spirit to work with you, for you to go back on to think about. For the people that chose the eagle with these angel powers. Spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realms. Okay. And here we go. Oops, that was my mistake. Let's try that once more. I had, this deck comes with 2 blank cards. I thought it came with 1. So no, I'm not sending you out of here with a blank animal guide. Of course, if you're calling on angels. But no, let's get it. Once more. Animal guide for the people who chose the eagle. Okay, folks. I don't know how many of these cards are in here. This is just very interesting. One of those times when you can say, you know what? Murphy, you really don't belong here. We'd like you to leave. All right. Once more. For the people who chose the eagle. Your card. Boar. Look at this. The boar. This is a neat guy too. I want you to think about this earth and this boar. Interesting, interesting. This is a warrior spirit. Leadership and, once again, direction. which we're not seeing there. The boar can open you to the warrior spirit, helping you find your direction in life. Oh, now see, that opens things up as well. A wild and powerful animal, he calls you into the forest to discover a secret about yourself and about the world. The ritual boar paths, the paths that these animals create in the forest that exist in Wales, Cornwall, Ireland, and Scotland, exist in the inner world too. And if you follow them, you will come face to face with an animal embodying the wild and untamed power that lives within each one of us. Stare closely at him, and you will discover he is a representative of the goddess. His skin can heal you. He can inspire you to write music and poetry. His primal power can make you a leader or a chief. See if you can use your wildness and your energy for genuine acts of heroism in a world that longs for insight and healing. And so when I think about this eagle up here, and I think about this boar, and again, we've got, the same kind of dichotomy. When I put these two together, this eagle was talking about reaching outside of yourself. And this boar says, reach outside, but reach inside too, because there's power inside. There's energy inside. There's vitality inside. And take that vitality and take it out here. And again, if I put this King of Swords with his clarity of thought and this King of Pentacles with his ability to pull together all of that health and wealth and prosperity with this energy of the boar behind him, I think that this is a wake-up call. I really do. I think it's a wake-up call, and I think you're going to have strong, very strong help. Just reach out for that help. Reach out for it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I hope that this helps provide you some answers, gives you some things to think about during the week or during this time. Again, if this reading wasn't for you this time, it might be for you another time. And it may be that you need to come back and look at these again. But at any rate, I hope you enjoyed it. I apologize for the stumbles that we had there. And please leave me a comment. Tell me if there's something you'd like to see. And be sure to subscribe, like, and ring the bell. Again, many, many blessings to you. May you walk in beauty, and may you walk in peace. Thank you.